Hello, this is Lee, Med Cartographer Smith, and I'm going to show you how Beneath the Med works, the Vassal Module by GMT Games. So let's get it started. And here we go. This is the main map right here. We have all these different counters. These are actually decks, all the small freighters in here, large freighters, tankers, etc. And they are all random draw. So you just pull them out, and I'm just going to grab various ones from here. Okay. And you put them wherever they're going to be at right there. All right. And we have air attack, and you just cycle through all these. Same with your escort. You can flip day to night and surface and submerged. And then you also have your range, and you have your incoming hits. Okay. And we will come back to this sheet in just a moment. So let's take a look at what we have up here. This is your undo. All right, you see that. This is your log file advance. This is your connect to server. This is to change sides, although this is a solitary game, it's still in there. You have various dice right here. This insignia right here is the Italian submarine badge. So as soon as a Italian personnel becomes a submariner, they get this badge. These are all number ones showing. So let's see if we can get one right there. See, number 1 black. All right. So that's how those work. And then you have your D10s, and this is actually a D20. You have your notes and the submarines, which is the meat and potatoes of the game. Now, all of the submarines work the same. Some of them have different things on them, like this down here. We'll just actually stick with this one right here. All right, so the way you would actually play the game is, after you get these put out there, you need to do your torpedoes. But let's just kind of work our way down from this one here. This is your base, and you have various random events here. And they're both exactly the same. They recycle through to do that. And you can change your torpedoes. And we'll do the same with this one here. Change your torpedoes. Now the cool thing is you could also send them to any of the attacks. And I'll show you the used in a moment. So let's send him to 1, him to 2, him to 3, and him to 4. All right, let's continue with this before we get back down here to this. So we have our deck gun here with the ammo and the status. All right, and you can decrease your ammo, all the way down to 0. And then your anti-aircraft. And you can go down here, and I will just do the decrease for your hull damage. But basically, it just cycles all the way right on through. Okay. You have your engine and motors, and you can select each one at a time to do whichever one you want. But I'm going to just show them all. These are the damaged, and then the inoperable. You could decrease. You can reset them as well, but I'm going to leave them at that. And then you have all these guys as well. Same thing, you can increase to damaged, inoperable. And then the same for your crew status. All right, you have your light wound, serious wound, and KIA. And we'll come down here to these guys. You can add them, damaged, and then the crew, light wound, serious wound, KIA. Now you also have these missions right here. These are special missions, so you could put them in. I'll do a supply run and maybe an SLC attack. All right, that's so you know that you're doing special missions. and you just take your submarine, transition all the way through. You could upgrade your conning tower to get the rebuilt. All right, right over there. And you just progress your way all the way through. And when you get to there, you obviously do that mission. Go all the way through these, and you will notice that it tells you where you are at. Okay, so let's kind of get back to these torpedoes. Now that you've placed them here, you could put them wherever they belong, but we're just going to put them all up here for right now. Okay, so once you're here, let's just deal with each one of them one at a time. Let's just say this guy hit and sunk this one here. All right, so there's a couple things you need to do here. The first one is reveal, so you get your tonnage. All right, and then that's when you enter it here in the log, which we will come back to the log. And then let's open, where is it, right there? This guy here. All right, this is your sunk ships. So you sunk him, you just hit the sunk, and he goes over here. Now the reason why I have it go here instead of back to the deck is so you don't sink the same ship twice. That's especially true for the warships, okay, or the capital ships, whatever you want to call it. That way you just send it here, they're out of play until the end of your game. So you do that with all of them. You do a reveal with all of them. You write in your information, and then you do your sunk. All right, we're going to leave a couple here for a reason when we do the log. All right, so that takes care of almost everything on this, but we'll come back to it. All right, so your submarine, once you have used this, you send it to used, and they all stack right here. Okay, there's a reason why I have them stacking here, and that's this cleanup button. All right, but we're going to leave these guys here for right now. All right, so basically that is it for your submarine. And when you are all done with this and you're ready to do your next mission, you hit the cleanup button, everything goes back to default. Now we are missing a few things, but that's because they're over here. All right, and remember we have these ships here, but we will do other things before we clean this one up. So we have our charts, although the charts will be completely removed from the game, so you'll have to use the charts from the game. You also have your various maps in case you want to use that instead of the patrols right here. So all you do is just put it out here, progress through. When you get back to port, you just hit cleanup, he goes back to port. You could also do the return to port here, or this one and hit the return to port here. So that's how those guys work. We have our Commandante, and you just select each one and hit the button. But shortcut, we'll just do that. You could increase your rank, decrease it, reset it back to 1, whatever. You could add all these in as need be. Now I did change this down here. Normally there's 4 boxes down here, 1 box for each counter. I eliminated them and moved one of them right to here because you could just do a simple increase and there you are. You could also add the charisma, and I added this box here also so you can track your new sub. All right, and then as you use it, you can decrease it till you get to 0. This also has no cleanup button because if you need a cleanup button, your Commandante is dead or you're at the end of your mission. All right, so that takes care of him. Now let's come back to this log. All right, so everything is editable, as you see. So you just enter in your thing here. Marcello, Italian ship. Whatever. Okay. And you enter your name. All right. Here's where you do your patrol, whatever patrol you are on. All right. And the tonnage, it depends on which one you need to select. So let's just say we sunk the small freighter here, okay? So you do your reveal 4100. That's this one here, tonnage for sunk ships. So that's 4,100. And let's say we damaged this guy, but we didn't sink him. So that will be damaged. And he is, what, 2,700. And this is our capital ship. So we do the capital ship. And he is 32,700. All right, and notice they are different colors. All right, so red stands for you just sunk a standard ship. Blue means you damaged, but he got away. And the green means you sunk some sort of capital ship. So you could look at it and kind of see how you are doing. All right, and then you just add up the total down here. We'll just call it 5,000. And you do that for all of these. You do your number of patrols, how many ships sunk, and your grand total down here. And this is how you determine your overall victory level. I move these out of the way for when you do some kind of label over here. It's not over the top of it. All right, so you can see these guys as well. All right, so that's how you do that. Now let me talk about one more thing about this sub, and it's the same for all of them. You see that little number right there? It corresponds with the number right here. So if you end up putting a damage counter on there, you can't see that number anymore, so you don't know what number to roll to fix this. That's what these little numbers are out here. And they are at the bottom of these guys instead of here, and they're at the top and bottom of these. Now, the location of these vary a little bit because there's two out here, so they're underneath. And sometimes there's two here. All right, but you'll find them. They're right there. All right, so that kind of helps with that, so you don't have to clear it, look at the number, and put it back. All right, that helps with that. And the only other difference is these guys still have these, and you can hit it again to see what where you roll. But you also have these guys down here for the weather reporting. Okay, so you can tell just by the little gray outline, you could see it right here, that there is something going on here. All right, so you can see that little gray outline. Just a way to visually remind you that there could be a special mission going on here, and this is a reminder for you. All right, so that's kind of how that works. And then once you are all done with everything, like I said, you just hit your cleanup here, and you hit your cleanup here. Everything, if there's ships out here, they go back to their deck. Torpedoes go back to their deck. And if you hit the reset here, it's just like you're ready to start a new game or a new mission at this point, a new patrol. And you don't have to put counters away or anything like that. One button does it all for you. All right, so I hope you like the module. And there's just two more things that I wanted to show you. You could hit that help file, and it just tells you a little bit of information that the game is by Greg and module by me. And I personally want to say thank you to these play testers, Greg Smith, Kurt Weasel, Greg Amos, who you guys may know. He makes Vassal modules also, very good designer. Ian and Christopher, thank you guys so much for play testing all this. And Kurt, thank you for doing the quality control. Your guys' help is invaluable, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Just a reminder that the module has hidden counters all over. Just right click where a counter should go, and you should get some kind of menu. And then you can watch the how-to video. Just click right here. That's the video I'm recording right now. And if you're on Discord and you don't know that GMT has a Discord server, you can click this button and it will connect you to their server. So once again, thanks for purchasing the game. Thank you for downloading the free Vassal module. And that's it. Thank you very much.